Hello 11th class, this is your subject Computer Science, Chapter 6, Introduction to Python, and this is your revision lecture part 2. So in this class you will learn about Python character set. So what is character set? So character set is a group of letters or signs which are specific to a language. Character set that include letters, digits, some special symbol, white spaces and the other characters, okay, that is ASCII value and the Unicode value. This is your character set. Next is token. So a token are the smallest individual units. That is a lexical unit. So in Python has the following token, that is keyword, identifier, literal, operator and punctuator. Keywords. So keywords are the special words which has some meaning to interpreter. These are reserved words. They cannot be used as identifier or the variable name for any purpose in Python. So this is the list of keywords. Okay, these are reserved word and available in Python. Next is identifiers. So basically the identifiers are building blocks of a program and are used to give names to different parts or block of program like variable, object, classes and functions. Identifier may be a combination of letters and numbers. So you can use letter and number also for naming identifier. Identifier must begin with an alphabet or an underscore. Subsequent letter may be number from 0 to 9. Python is a case sensitive language, so upper character and the lower character are different. Length of an identifier is unlimited. Keyword cannot be used as an identifier. Space and special symbols are not permitted in an identifier except underscore. So this is some valid identifier. This is a valid identifier and these are the invalid identifier. Literal. So literals are often called constant values. Python permits following type of literal, that is string literal, numeric literal, boolean literal, special literal, none and the literal collections. So what is string literal? String literal, that is a collection of characters enclosed in a single or double quotes. Examples of string literals are Python, Mocambo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this hello, how are you? Okay, these are the all examples of Python string literal. So in Python, both single character or multiple character that are enclosed in quotes such as KB, this are treated as the same. Means single quote and the double quote both are treated as a string literal. Next is string type in Python. So Python allows you to have two string type, that is single line and the multi-line. The first one is a single line. So the string we create using single or the double quotes are normally single line string. That is, they must terminate in on one line. For example, if you will type name is equal to KB and press enter. So Python, you have not closed this KB inverted comma. So it will shows a EOL while scanning string literal because the reason is that the string is not closed. Now multi-line string. So some literal we need to store some text across multiple line. For that Python offer multiple multi-line string. So for this you have to first by adding a backslash at the end of normal single or double quoted string. So here when you write this name is equal to inverted comma 1, then slash 6 small road slash Kanpur. So this slash is for 1 by 6, okay, and this slash is for putting it in a single line, okay. So the answer when you print the value of name, so it will show you 1 by 6 Mall Road Kanpur, okay. It will not show you any space after this slash. Multi-line string. So by typing text in triple quotation mark, so when you type anything in triple quote mark, so it will just take it as a multi-line string. So this address triple quote here and this, when you will print the address, so it will give you the same address as it is exactly written here, okay. And when you write the address in this form, so it will take a new line character also, okay. Next is size of string. So this Python determines the size of string as the count of character in the string. For example, string XYZ, so the size is 3. In welcome, the size is 7. Okay. But if your string literal has an escape sequence contained in it, then make sure to count the escape sequence as one character. For example, Here this is the escape sequence and you are using the backslash, so the size of string is 1. Now here size of string is 3. Here this A is for escape sequence, so the size of string is 2. Now here 11, here 7. Okay, and length function is also there for checking the length of the string. Next is for multi-line string created with triple quotes. While calculating size, the end of line character as the end of line is also counted in the size. So here if the address is written in triple quote and you have pressed here enter, so it will also count it and counted the enter key as a character. For multiple string created with a single double quote, the end of line is not counted, but you are using the double quotes and then you are using the escape sequence or the backslash, then it will not be counted this as a new character or as a character. It will not count it. Now numeric literal. So numeric literal in Python can belong to one of the following categories. First is the integer. So in integer you have two types, that is decimal and the octal. So the decimal part is 1, 2, 3, 4, means 0 to 9 value will store in decimal. In octal it starts from the symbol 0 and followed by the letter O. Okay. For example, if the 0 is at the starting and the O is visible here, so it is clearly saying that this number is belong to octal category. Now next is, for example, this num is equal to this and you will print the value of num now. Now the value will give you 8. Now next part is the hexadecimal. So it starts from 0 and X is the letter that is saying that this is a hexadecimal number. For example, this O, here X will come and then F. So it will give you the value 15. Now next is a floating point literal. So that is also known as a real literal. So real literals are the numbers having fractional part. It is represented in two forms, that is fractional form or the exponent form. Next is fractional form, that is signed or unsigned with the decimal point, that is 12.0. This is the fractional form. Exponent part, it consists of two parts, that is mantissa and the exponent. So this, in this example, this one is, so this 105 is a mantissa and 02 is the exponent. Next is a boolean literal. So boolean literal always give you value true or false. Okay. For if you check is married is equal to true and you want to check the type of this, so it will give you the class boolean. Okay. It has only two parts, that is true or false. Now the next one is a special literal none. So Python has one special literal, that is none. It means it is showing the null value. When you are using this salary none, so if you want to check the type, then it will show you the none type. It just indicates that the end of list in Python. Now the complex number. So the complex number that is followed by the real part and the imaginary part is your complex number. For example, this x is equal to 1 plus 0j. So this 1 is a real part and this iota part is a imaginary part. So when you print x dot real, so it will give you 1.0. When you print x dot imaginary, it will give you 0.0. Next is non-graphic or the escape characters. So they are the special characters which cannot be typed directly from keyboard, like backspace, tabs, enter, etc. So when the characters are typed, they perform some action. So these are represented by the escape characters. So escape characters are always begin from the backslash character. Okay. When there is any backslash character, so it is showing that this is a escape sequence character. So this is the list of the escape sequence, and when you calculating the size of string, so it will show you the size will be counted. Okay, so this is a list. This slash n is for new line, this slash t is for the tab. Okay, these two are the important and we will use it in our program. Now next is the simple input and output. So in Python, we can take the input from the user and with the help of, based on that input, the user will perform some action. Now, for example, if we are taking a variable, this one, and we are just printing our message while using the input command. So here you have to use a variable and then input. So here in input, you will write your message. So that message will print on the screen. So here when you take this input variable, so whatever the value you are taking, it will take it as a string type. Okay, so by default it will take it as a string type. For example, in this, if you are writing this input, enter your marks, so it will just take your marks in the string type. Okay, so this is a salary and you want to calculate it. So the salary part, it is a in a string value. So the string value cannot be multiplied by this 20 divided by 100. So it will give you the error. So by solving this problem, you have to always use the int or the float function in front of the input to convert the string value in integer or in floating value. So if you will write this int in front of input, so it will take the value of input as a integer. Okay, but here the value I am taking it as a float value, that's why it is showing a error. Okay, so these are the possible chances of error while taking input as number. So first one is the entering float value while converting into int. So this error will come. Next is the entering of values in words rather than numeric. So here when you ask the user that you have to enter the age and you are writing it in a string value, so it will give you error because you are writing it in a letter form and you are asking from the user in integer form. That's why it will give you the error. Now the third one is while input for float value must be compatible. So when you are writing it in a, user will ask a percentage and it is in float form, so you have to enter the percentage in this form. But this is a wrong way because this 15.5.6, this is a wrong way. Okay, either you have to enter 15.5, 12.5, 12.0, etc. But do not put here 2 dot. Okay, 2 decimal point. That is a error. Okay, and do not write 100% also. Okay, here you have to write the 100.0. So this string value will also give you the error. Now this is a program based on these simple input and output. For example, if you are writing the value num1 is equal to int input enter and number 1. So you have to ask the user that you have to press the value. Now in num2 you are asking another integer value. In num3 you have to add this number and you are printing the result. Okay, so you have to save the result and run it by your own. I hope it is clear. So again you have to just revise the chapter, and if you have any problem then just let me know. So thank you and have a nice day.